Lone Wolf 2017. Now, as much as I said doing experiments was cheap and really easy, because it is, there's been some outlandish comments made recently about a certain team being able to finish top 6 in the Premier League. Now, I think most people are fully aware that that would not happen. Brendan Rodgers, however, thinks that Celtic would finish top 6 in the Premier League. They'd finish top 6. Moussa Dembele, good player. Not quite a top 6 team though, is it, if we look at it? You know, you go through it. Craig Gordon's your first choice keeper. You're probably not a top 6 team, are you? Let's be honest. But I digress. A lot of people saying if they got the money that other Premier League teams did, you know, because they'd, I don't know actually, because they still want to attract Champions League quality players, because they'd perform once in Premier League and not get Champions League. The money won't change them. It's as if saying, yeah, Sunderland, we're in the Premier League, but we don't do well. We get quite a bit of money as well, but we're still shit. But we want to see how Celtic actually, how football manager thinks they would perform in the Premier League. You know, football manager is about 20% of the time is accurate to real life. So let's have a look how they did in their first season. I did forget to mention we swapped Celtic with Sunderland because Sunderland are bottom of the table currently and will be for the rest of the season, because we're 8 points behind with 8 games left because we're currently losing to Leicester. But that's not the point, it's about Celtic. So let's have a look where they didn't get relegated. I mean, they survived by a point. That's not quite top 6 though. That's a little bit off top 6. That's 11 positions off top 6 actually. It's a bit shit. A little bit shit. They won 9 games. They beat Chelsea. Really? Chelsea finished 5th though. Who won league? Oh, that's not unrealistic. Arsenal in league. United finishing 2nd. Liverpool finishing 3rd. Very unrealistic. Did they get any draws against big teams? Draw against Liverpool, draw against Arsenal. And they lost everything else. Did they make any interesting transfers? No. What a way to be boring on first season. That's what I don't know what cups they actually perform in. I don't know if they're still in the. I assume they get in the FA Cup and whatnot. I did swap them over in the editor. I'm just not getting anywhere now. Awesome. There we go. So yeah, they go into the FA Cup and lost to Everton. How did the Champions League go? They didn't get out of group stage and they finished 4th in their group with CSK, Napoli and Villarreal. It's a difficult group actually. Right, sorry, League Cup they got knocked out by Everton. FA Cup they got knocked out by Norwich. Ouch. So they've had a very unproductive first season and done absolutely nothing. Let's may as well just jump into the next season to be honest. Right, we're going forward another year. Let's see if Celtic could improve on their position and get closer to that predicted top 6. Oh. No. Brendan Rodgers was that wrong they sacked him. Probably because they came 18th. They actually picked up more wins. They're at 1 less point than Norwich. Did they get any wins against big teams? Not this time around. They drew a lot less games as well. Looks at it. Pretty dreadful season. Obviously not in the Champions League now. Not to AFL Cup in 2nd round. Oh, FA Cup they got through a round and then lost to Liverpool. Did they make any exciting transfers this time? Oh god, they made a lot. Oh! It's an exciting transfer because he's a decent prospect. I don't know who this guy is. But yeah, I do. No, I don't. I was saying, let's play in Bundesliga, I know he is. In vague recollection. I know John Lukaku is. This guy's the failed Tottenham move. Not failed, but. Get me George Fawn. Did have potential at one point. They lose anyone? Oh, Trine Christie. But they've been relegated. Bit shit that. They've kind of ruined this whole Celtic in the Premier League kind of thing going on by, you know, not being in the Premier League anymore. It's a bit inconvenient, that, this video. It's going to be short. I can't finish it yet, no. It'd be pretty stupid to finish it here, and it wouldn't make a video, and well, I wouldn't put it together and make it into a video and upload it, because it'd be useless, because it'd be about 4 minutes long. We'll skip through a few seasons. We'll skip through until they get the Premier League back in, because they've got a decent team. I mean they've got Moussa Dembele. Let's just assume he's been out for like most of the season. No, he's got 12 goals though. He's got 11 in the first season. I didn't check out like that for some reason, but he's worth 31 million. So you know, if he can stick around, they shouldn't stick in Championship too long. They've actually got some decent players, which is a surprise. It's not a surprise, but I didn't expect them to spend in the second season like they have. So yeah, let's just get through until they're in Premier League. Well, it didn't take them long to get back into Premier League. We've only gone forward. We've gone forward 2 seasons, but it only took them 1 season to get back in. I mean, they only just got in. I mean, that were really close between the 2 playoff places of QPR and West Brom, but they got through automatic, finished second behind Brighton, who did very well, point-wise, in comparison to everyone else. But, as I said, we've gone through another season, so we've got Celtic's season in the Premier League. They didn't get relegated again. They finished 16th, which is the best performance in the Premier League so far. We'll just go through to their first season and see if they made any, you know, massive signings. Chubrakpom. I'm a fan. Connor Wickham. Did they sell anyone for big money? No. I'm not going to try and say his name. So yeah, they finished 17th in the 16th in the Premier League. 17th was the previous best position. So yeah, they've upped that by 1 position. I mean, it's improvement. It's improvement. If you look at that, they even got 2 points off of relegation. They were 1 in the first season. Improvements. You know, they're getting close to that predicted top 6. They're now only 10 places away. I almost forgot to look how they performed in the Cups in the season in Championship and then their following Premier League season. So when they were in Championship, they got through first round at EFL Cup and then lost to City in 3rd round. It's an unfortunate 3rd round draw, really. FA Cup, they won 3rd round against Bury. Not a difficult game. Won the 4th round against Liverpool. 2-0. That's probably one of their best wins so far, except the one against Chelsea. Then they lost to Burnley. How can you beat Liverpool? Well, granted, actually, Burnley did beat Liverpool. But I think it's fair to say Liverpool are a better team. That's kind of unfortunate. The Championship, buddy, the season ended well. It's probably what got them promoted. Right, so how did they do in Cups in their 3rd Premier League season? 2nd? 3rd? 3rd Premier League season. 1st season, 2nd season. Yeah. 3rd Premier League season. Beat Walsall in 2nd round. Beat Aston Villa in 3rd round. Lost in extra time at 118th minute. That's really unfortunate, actually. I mean, it's just after a league win against Everton. I'd say the league win were more important. Yeah, I'd tell that. But FA Cup, beat Leeds, beat Huddersfield, beat Burton, beat Stoke in the... They got it for the 6th round. Oh, they lost in the they got all the way to the semis. Mad. Who won it? It's still to go. It's Bournemouth and United. It hasn't been done yet, but Fulham. Right, they could have drawn Fulham or Bournemouth. They got United. That's really unfortunate. So that's the best cup performance so far. I think I'd take that. I'd definitely take that. See if they can get any further in the cup. See if they can do better than bloody 16th. See if they can actually get closer to 6th. I kind of hope they do. Just for the sake of this, make it more interesting. Please don't get relegated. That will actually ruin it for me. Right, we've gone forward. Yeah, another season in 2021. Ungaver picked up on the fact that Claude Makelele is now Celtic's manager. Interesting. Also interesting is that they are 14th. That's their best position by 2 places. Even closer to that 6th place. Still really far off it. Still showing us that they can't compete in the Premier League properly. 14th is obviously a lot better though. Don't get me wrong. It's better than Sunderland can do. For anyone shouts at me. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. The thumbnail for this video might be a little bit triggering depending how, like, if you are with stuff like that. Don't think I went through the signs from last season. Sorry, they signed Will Hughes. Now that's only important because they sold him. They also sold most Dembele. But they brought in some actually really decent players here. You've got Bencourt, Tet, Jovic, Luka. Although I've got a player called Luka and a player called Kenny. Just Kenny Tet. He don't matter. Jorge Luis is a regen, but left back. They paid 13 million for him. For a bloody 20-year-old, he's really good. And obviously, I've shown they sold their best player. You know, since they only got 24 million for him though, which is pretty bad. That's actually dreadful. But so 14th in the league. How did they do in cups? You only see they got through against Huddersfield, Blackburn, and Sheffield Wednesday in EFL Cup. Got through the quarterfinals, lost on penalties to Spurs. I suppose when you're playing Super up front in the Premier League. Love it when the fixtures don't load. Apparently the Premier League ends in December. Let's try that again. That's better. Right, yeah. FA Cup, they just got knocked out in first round. Thanks. That's thanks for giving me something to speak about. Kind of just deaded it then, didn't you, Celtic? No, not really what I want you to do. Thought you might, mount a cup run again, get to semis, maybe get to a final. No, you just deaded my whole freaking commentary. Thanks. Well, I'm not going to end it here because that's still only a few seasons. 14th is their best place. I'm now going to go forward an undetermined amount of years, and we'll cover all those. It's probably 3 years, because my laptop's really slow and I don't fancy leaving it for too long. Turns out I went 4 more years into future, so in 2025, let's have a look at Celtic. Well, if I clicked on it, we'd have seen that they've finished 11th this season. Which, well, that is actually their best thingy. Claude Makélélé is not their manager. So, good thing is to see, did he get sacked? No, he left. Which means he probably left for a better Premier League team. At least he didn't get sacked. Shows that he's not doing dreadful then. He left pretty much just after I finished that. He left, yeah, he did. Then they did have another manager in, Brian McClare, who I cannot click on. I've got Gareth Ainsworth. Where's he knocking about in real life then? We'll find out actually. He is... What he is... He's Wycombe's player manager. There you go. That's for that's for all the Wycombe fans out there. There you go. Your player manager became something. So what season do we leave it on? They finished 15th, didn't they? We'll go for the league position, then we'll go for the signings. So they jumped up to 12th. Hey, that's halfway to 6. They're getting closer. Oh, 9th. Right. That's 3 positions off 6th. I'm fully aware you can do maths. I'm just pointing out how ridiculous it is that Celtic they could even think they'd finish 6th. No offence to any Celtic. No offence to any Celtic fans. But I feel even the reasonable ones of you understand that finishing 6th is beyond your team's ability. It's like Sunderland finishing anywhere that's not in the relegation zone. And then they dropped off to 11th. And then they finished 11th again. So yeah, they tried. They got to 9th. That's the best they did. Which I suppose is ouch, that's a bad period. Did I show this season? Yep, because they've got final, so it's this season. Right, so this is the season after. Blitz with the EFL Cup here. Wait. This They won 2-0 away from home. Having a fucking giggle. I say all this shit about you not finishing 6th. Can win an EFL Cup though. That's mad. How did they lose at home to United, but beat them away? Rajid Bajic, my new favourite player, he's left as well after being a bloody don for him. Pretty shit actually. He just scored twice against United. Did he get? Please tell me he got the goal in the away leg as well that sorted him out. I've lost the bloody thing now. Where's it gone? I actually failed to mention that they beat City as well. Lee Griffiths got 2. They beat him on penalties. 88th minute. Mad. Beat Rotherham, Wigan, Reading in quarterfinals. Did he score in this other sem? No, Griffiths did. So they won the EFL Cup. Oh yeah. There's definitely something missing here. There's a trophy missing. It's just gone off my filter. Did they not get in the FA Cup? Oh, it's there. So stuck up with the United game, I couldn't find it. They lost 3-1. How can they go from losing 3? Oh, well, the games were... No. I don't even know. Next season. Any cup? No cup runs. Lost to Ipswich. So they couldn't get back-to-back cups. FA Cup, though. They went 4th round. They won their 5th round replay against Swansea. Then lost to United 3-2. Not even that bad. So no cup run in that season. So we've got 1 EFL Cup behind them. EFL Cup. They lost in the 4th round to Middlesbrough. FA Cup. That's 3rd round through. They got through 4th round. 5th round. And lost to Liverpool in extra time. In 6th round. This season. I should scroll up before I could think of that, but Wimbledon. Southend lost to Hull. FA Cup. Lost to Fulham. Oh, that's it. That's it. Let's check their signings. We'll go through. This is the season that you've seen. Yep. Right. So we're going to get to a stage where we don't know who some of these players are. I'm there already. I know who Reece Nelson is. Actually, yeah, he's at Arsenal. I know he is. I just can't remember where he were, even though they signed him from Arsenal. Britt Sambalonga. Obviously, not Forest. I'm dreadful at names at the minute. They've sold him already to a Championship Everton team. He had a bloody good first season, didn't he? 17 goals and 10 assists. How did he only get a 6.92 overall? Was the bad performing Celtic team? Don't know. But he went about. But he went to Reading, then to West Ham. West Ham sold him after he got 1 goal. He didn't stick around for long. Make any other good signings? It's kind of free. They've already gone. So they have a few seasons ahead, so a lot of the players might not still be there. This guy stuck around. Jean Sebastian Boyer. Bought from Arsenal. Decent player, to be honest, you know. He's got some good stats now. Make any big signings there? Ben Chilwell for 20 million. Rising to 28. Is he still there? He is. He has 12 England caps as well. Did he get any? He's playing. He's active international. That's their only really big signing. Any big sales? I don't remember them signing him, so let's ignore that. This season, Charlie Masonda, obviously Chelsea player. I doubted myself when he had Chelsea player in real life. Bloody hell, he had a good season for Wolves at Championship. Not really recreated that in Premier League, has he? Bit dreadful, actually. You ring a bell, but you're going to be a regen now. Nope. You did ring a bell for a right reason. Berahino. They signed him for 2.8 million at the age of 29. Yeah. He's been shit. They're investing their money in good places, it seems. There's the guy that scored against United. Great. I know a lot of these players, actually. This is nice. Zachary Bakali. They signed him, I forgot where they signed him from now. Brighton. He played 40 games for Brighton in 1 season. That's a lot of games. 12 as a sub, but that doesn't matter. Celtic games he played 6. All 6 were a sub. Another shit rating. I don't know this guy. He's bound to be a regen, but I liked his second name. Wait, they signed Oxlade-Chamberlain from Chelsea. Chelsea signed him from Arsenal. He made 36 appearances this season. 7 goals, 7 assists. Better average rating than most players. Emre Can for 19 million, raising to 28. He's actually got some good stats still. You know, 34 good. He played really well in comparison to everyone else. He's actually had a good season. I'm guessing it's going to be a regen. Yep. Did they sell anyone? That's the question. Davies left, or Davies. That's when that's when a Sombalonga left. Why does his name have to be so bloody long? Lee Griffiths left on a free. And he's just still a free agent. I'd pick him back up, to be honest, you know. Good depth, as even though he didn't play. By the way, Sunderland in the Scottish League, it went well until they weren't getting Champions League football for some strange reason. It didn't really like giving them it, so they just dropped off because they had no money to buy anyone. I don't think they got money from the Prominent League either. I don't think the league actually gives you money. So yeah, they got mugged off, so they had no money for anything. Oh, there's still one more game in this season to play. Could it change the league, though? It's against City, so I'm just going to say no. Right, so Celtic finishing in the top 6. Now, the closest they got were 9th. Real life, would they get top 6? No. Even with increased money, they would still not get top 6. Because every other team gets a lot of money in Premier League. Not everyone's finishing in the top 6. Because it's physically impossible because 20 teams. Yeah, increased money isn't going to change where they're going to finish. They would no longer get Champions League football because they get it easily because they dominate the Scottish League. So they won't attract those type of players. Yeah, I know United might play Pogba while not in the Champions League, but United are United. Let's be honest. They can attract whoever the fuck they want. So yeah, Celtic finishing top 6. Never would happen. Hands down, never. Extra money or not. That reasoning from a lot of people that I've seen, I assume some are Celtic fans, pretty delusional. It just won't happen. So yeah, thanks for watching me. Oh, no. Thank you for watching Football Manager explain why Celtic would never finish 6th. And just to add, I don't actually have a problem with Celtic. They were the team I chose to manage on the last Football Manager, and I managed them for 16 years. Celtic. Don't mind Rangers either. Don't mind Scottish football. I'd love to see it develop. So yeah, I ain't got a problem with Celtic. I probably sound like a bit of a dick. Just thought I'd clarify that. So yeah, thanks for watching again, and hopefully I'll see you for the next video.